Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Gemini for the middle of March. Now Gemini, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Gemini, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone that is not me, that's someone impersonating me, please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you. Now, if you watch my content regularly, but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me. So let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. Let's get all the cards out on the table. All right, we'll make sure everything is in view, and then we'll get right into it. Okay. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is all about a wish come true. So this is a very good card to find. This is the fulfillment of a wish potentially in your life. You can see that this person here is celebrating. They're holding up their cup. Good things are happening to them. Good situations are going on in their life. They're smiling, they're happy. And this represents emotional satisfaction, emotional contentment going on. The Nine of Cups not only is a wish, the fulfillment of a wish, but it's also dreams coming true. You know, presumably there are clients coming into this person's small business and, you know, things are going well for them. The Nine of Cups might also say that right now you have a little bit of room in your life for luxury and to allow yourself to maybe enjoy the finer things in life or the finer side of life if you are in a position to do that. You know, if you've thrown a wish out to the universe and it has not yet come around, the Nine of Cups can absolutely say that this could be on the way if you are currently not experiencing that. And so very nice energy to find the Nine of Cups, really in any position, but certainly as well on the bottom of the deck. So let's go ahead and put that there and see what else we have going on here for you. So right away in the middle, you have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant talks about, this is anything that's maybe traditional in your life, or it can be anything that's traditional. This could be like marriage. You know, it's one of the major marriage cards in the tarot because marriage is a traditional construct in this lifetime. But it could also represent mentors, maybe somebody who's mentoring you in a traditional way. You know, this could be a mentor that you find at your spirit, like if you're a part of a church or a spiritual organization, you know, this could certainly be the case. But the other thing is the Hierophant can speak to conformity and maybe your non-conformity as well. It depends on kind of what you have with it. I think I will want to get some more clues as to whether or not this is about you conforming or not conforming. But, you know, with the Nine of Cups and the Hierophant, this kind of putting it together in two ways, this could represent either you like finding somebody that's a long-term partner, a long-term marriage partner, because for many people, marriage is a wish come true when they have that wedding day or whatever the case may be. For others of you, since this can refer to work or the place that the organization you're a part of, there could be wishes coming true or dreams coming true in your work life as well. That could certainly be the case. But let's continue to sort of decipher this message. Now, in the past, you have the High Priestess, the Six of Swords, and the Star. So I really like that energy for you. And in fact, take a look here. Every single one of these cards has some element of water associated with it. As you can see, the High Priestess is coming out of water, the Six of Swords person is sailing on water, and the Star is sitting in water, of healing waters of renewal. And so at this time, you know, some of you may be really embracing, some of you Geminis really may be embracing your intuitive side, your intuitive energy. There could have been recently an emotional situation as well, as waters are associated with emotion. But if you look at this High Priestess, this is the biggest card of intuition in the tarot. You know, this talks about maybe you doing something like tarot readings, getting your own tarot deck, watching tarot readings on YouTube, maybe getting an astrology reading. Like maybe some of you are looking not only to develop your intuition, but also looking towards esoteric methods of, divination or esoteric methods of like finding something, finding information. This can represent hidden knowledge, hidden information, secrets being exposed. There could have been a secret here in the past, but what I really love for you is you have this other major wish card showing up here. The Star and the Nine of Cups are the two major cards of a wish come true or a wish being granted. While the Nine of Cups may be wish fulfillment, the Star is more about wishes granted, because this person here on the card is a genie. Genies grant wishes, right? And so the other thing about the Star is it can say that there's clarity arriving for you. There could be synchronicities as well. You can associate the Star with the idea of having synchronicities in your life, especially because you have this High Priestess energy as well, which is deeply spiritual combination to have the Star and the High Priestess. I actually really like that combination, and I don't see it a lot. And so it's very interesting to me. Some of you may have been like seeing 444, 222, repeating numbers. Some of you may have just been having like maybe you see things on like license plates, or you overhear conversations or that have a message, or like some of you may have been like hearing things in like song lyrics as you've been listening to songs that have like a message for you. There's something around synchronicities here, clarity, and I feel like you're finding this through esoteric ways or unique ways. You do have this Six of Swords here as well, which this can talk about you obviously sailing in a new direction, going to a new place, making a transition in your life. And the Six of Swords is like leaving the past behind, right? Leaving this Five of Swords here behind you, leaving the conflict, the defeat, and looking towards better timelines, going towards calmer shorelines. And so for some of you, there may be a problem that rears its head around again. There may be a problem that you've dealt with in the past that comes back in for you as you have the 5 in the future with the 6 in the past. We'll talk about that more as we go along. In the current situation, you have the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Chariot. So you have a pretty decent amount of major arcanas here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas, which is at least like half of these cards, if you include the bottom one, are major arcanas. And so those are major themes, right? Those are big themes in your life, big things happening. The Chariot here is potentially about travel, going in a new direction as well. You have 2 cards of travel here at least, with the Six of Swords and the Chariot, but you could also say the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. In some ways they can be associated with travel, not the kind of lesser, but the Chariot here is more about overcoming an obstacle, right? And it's this idea that as above, so below. As you put in the work and the energy and the effort, you are rewarded here on earth. And so for some of you, it's like there may be a big victory happening in your career life. Some of you may be even going in a new direction as you have this Six of Swords energy. This could be around a hobby, a passion, or a talent. You may go in a new direction and do like a hobby, a passion, or a talent, because you do have this Ace of Wands, which can represent turning a passion into a profit, getting fired up about something, starting a new venture, starting a new business venture. In fact, if you're looking to start something, the Ace of Wands is the best card to find. Like if you're looking to physically start something, especially a business, you want to get the Ace of Wands. And so it's like, I feel like some of you are thinking about it. It may be in something non-traditional. Now that I've kind of looked through these cards here, I do feel like for some of you, this may be something that may feel non-traditional to you, or maybe even to your family. And it may be something that's just, you're going in a different type of direction here. I do feel like this new beginning could be pretty prosperous for you, and the reason being is you have these 2 wish cards, but we'll also talk about it a little bit more here as we get to the future. So in the future, you have the Five of Swords, the Hanging Man, and the Page of Wands. So this Five of Swords is like really kind of something relating to loss or defeat or conflict. It could also mean that you're trying too hard to win, like winning at all costs, and like that can make you less desirable to other people, where you may just be win, 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 go, 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 where it's like you're not really taking other people's thoughts into consideration or anything like that, especially in relationships. So it can represent winning at all costs, which comes with a cost, right? And so, just deciding on whether or not that's the type of energy that you want. There could also have been someone in your life that was trying to win at all costs as well. That could certainly be the case here. if it's not you. But I don't really see your energy here showing up, to be real with you. I really don't. Not a whole lot of swords energy. We do have these 2 swords card, but mostly everything else is other energies. You do have this hanging man here, which it's like the hanging man really says that at the end of the day you have to let go. You can see that they are holding on here. They are being suspended in air, and at the end of the day, you know, sometimes you have to, in order to welcome in a new start, embrace a new beginning, which is being provided here with this Ace of Wands, you might have to cut the cable. You might have to start free falling and see where you land, see where you go, see what other things are out there, and get out of resistance mode. At the end of the day, the hanging man is in resistance mode. You have, to wrap up this first part of the reading, you have the Page of Wands, which is, you know, about potentially some sort of career opportunity or career offer. This is why I'm saying this could be a good, with the Ace of Wands, and then this idea of wishes coming true, this idea of trusting your gut, trusting your knowledge, doing something esoteric, doing something with your intuition. This could be very good. This could bring rewards here as you have this Page of Wands. The Page of Wands just could mean good news generally, just in your life. But it can also bring a job offer if you've been putting in, like, if you've been dusting off that resume, putting in, resumes and applications and whatever. That could certainly be the case as well. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. I've gone ahead and pre-shuffled the tarot. So let's get some more clarifications here. So you have the King of Pentacles, you have the Empress, you have the Ten of Swords. I was feeling like this was going to come in. And then you also have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, okay. So I felt like the Ten of Swords energy was present here, and so it makes sense to me as the reader that you would pull that. So the Ten of Swords is something that's completely done, okay? It's a complete ending happening in your life, but it does provide you with an opportunity to release yourself from whatever's not working. And as you have this Six of Swords, you've been spending time working. You've been spending time transitioning away from the old you. And, you know, in some ways I feel like not only is there a transformation happening, but a transition happening rather, but I also think there's a transformation happening in that there's this sort of death energy. Death, when I say that, I mean the death card, which is like represents a transformation in your life. It represents you kind of forming a new version of yourself, and that's kind of what I'm getting here with this Ten of Swords. You've transitioned away from, I think, maybe something that's traditional, and you've maybe embraced something a little bit non-traditional, like the tarot, for example. The tarot is not exactly a traditional construct. It's not a traditional method of finding information, but I feel like for some of you, you've maybe embraced some like alternative therapy or some alternative situation here with the High Priestess, the star maybe indicating synchronicities. But this may be really paying off for you because you have the King of Pentacles and the Empress. The King of Pentacles is about somebody who's maybe interested in building their empire or even increasing their financial position in some ways. And they do that by having good routines, having good habits, and doing the thing day in and day out that gives them routines. The Empress is a major sign of abundance. It's total resourcefulness, and it says that you have an abundance of literally an abundance of resources available for you in order to get something off the ground. It's fertility and prosperity. And so some of you planting a seed here with the Ace of Wands is absolutely a seed energy. And so some of you really planting that seed and paying off here because you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is the last card in the suit of Pentacles, indicating major abundance, major increases in inflow, and potentially even, this is another card of empires. Both of these, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of the King of Pentacles, can both indicate building empires, building long-term situations, setting yourself up for success. So let's go ahead and also pull some Kipper cards. Some of you have wanted the Kipper cards to come back, so I've brought them back. So you have the House, Sudden Wealth, wow, Poverty, Mature Man, Courthouse, and False Person. Okay. So, you know, if there is somebody who's you have a weird vibe about, I feel like some of you are walking away from that. You know, I feel like this person could be trying to come back in here with the Five of Swords in the future and the Six of Swords in the past. For some of you, this sudden wealth house situation may be like suddenly getting approved for a mortgage or getting a home loan or something like that. Especially as you have courthouse too, which can represent like legal documents, formal contracts, anything like that. And, you know, home ownership for many people is a wish come true. So you do have these two wish cards. That could certainly be the case. Some of you may be even making a sale But yeah, mature man as well. I feel like you're having maturity over maybe a challenging person that may be trying to come back in. So overall, this looks really good. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading.